It is a flyweight championship fight between Brandon Moreno and Smolka. Well, it's got to feel good for this man to make this walk. He has chewed up and spit out all comers on his run to contention. Now he is the undisputed #1 contender, looking to become the new UFC flyweight champion. A lot of people think he has the skills to do just that. Tonight, though, his opportunity to prove it in front of a sold-out crowd tonight, that he is the best 125-pound fighter on the planet. All right, so here we go with this UFC flyweight championship fight, and there is the man out of the red corner, the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC flyweight champion, making his way to the octagon. He's defended this belt before. This is not new territory for this young man who believes that the rest are just the rest. He believes he is the best at 125 pounds and looking to prove just that here tonight. All right, let's get you the tail of the tape for this flyweight championship fight. 3 years apart, and they both possess a similar height and reach. To get us started with the official introductions, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. When the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon, Yves Levine. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, it's time! 5 rounds for the UFC Flyweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 17 wins, 9 losses. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 125 pounds. Fighting at a Kapolei, Hawaii, presenting the challenger, Luis de la Samurai Smolka. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter, holding a professional record of 20 wins, 6 losses, and 2 draws. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 125 pounds. Presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC flyweight champion of the world, Brandon the Assassin Baby Moreno!
UFC belt on the line, guys. Protect yourself at all time, obey my command at all time. If you want touch love, do it now, go back to your corner. You ready?
All right, so here we are in Las Vegas, Nevada, inside the T-Mobile Arena. This has really become the UFC's home base here in Vegas since 2016, and you competed on that inaugural night. UFC 200 was a big one.
I got to stand across the octagon, one of the greatest fighters of all time, Anderson Silva. But the roof was blown off at UFC 200. So many stars and legends competed on that night. I'm glad I was able to stand amongst them tonight. You get to make your mark on this great arena.
Looked like he might have landed there. Instead, a swing and a miss by Brandon Moreno. Flush right hand is true. And they separate. Nice punch by Brandon Moreno. Oh, massive head kick there. We'll see if he can finish. He comes forward with a flying knee that just missed hitting the target flush. Just over 3 minutes to go. Misses again with a right punch. Oh, that's a hell of a kick right there. He told us Thursday that he was going to be kick-heavy tonight, and that is certainly a step in the right direction.
He is landing that strike. He's very effective with it.
Smolka gets caught with that punch. And both guys really throwing with authority. 2 minutes on the round 1 clock. Smolka gets the double leg takedown.
Now, the guy's attacking the triangle. He finds himself in trouble because he got a little bit lazy in the full guard.
Looks like he's trying to manipulate the head. This could be tight.
Oh, nice.
Well, he's got one hand in, one hand out. Now you're looking for defensively. Oh, nice job using his strength there to posture up. We'll see what he can do now.
He's going to start looking to land big shots from the top.
All right, closed guard now. You got to be careful, though. He's got a lot of submissions off his back. Strong bottom work here, staying busy. Man, this is some serious ground and pound here, DC. He's not just staying busy for the sake of staying busy. These strikes are doing damage.
Oh, yeah, no pity pat to this guy. This guy's trying to land, and he's trying to land effective strikes.
Moreno's has got full mount now. Oh, man, this ground and pound is good. Probably my favorite striking realm in MMA, and he's as good as it gets.
The problem is his opponent is not controlling his posture. He's allowing his opponent to get up, and when he does, he creates this space to land these beautiful ground and pound combinations.
All right, let's take a look back at some of the highlights from those previous 5 minutes, DC, and no padding, no glove on that foot.
No glove, no padding, and look at the hip action when he throws those kicks. He's not only kicking just for feel, he's really trying to damage his opponent, and as the fight goes longer, you will start to see it taking effect.
This next round, you really want to focus on ground control. To set up your takedown, I want you to maintain.
All right, next round is underway, DC. We talked about his powerful kicks, how he attacks all sides of the body, the head, the legs. Pretty good stuff for him tonight.
That was so impressive to see. Someone fight almost predominantly with their legs and have that level of success.
Oh, he's got it going now. Nice connection there, DC.
Another punch landed. Real nice body kick landed.
And that left hook landed on the button. Both fighters throwing heat now. Swing and a miss on the count.
Look at him drive his shin into his opponent's body with that body kick.
And he connects there with a punch, so pretty good striking display by him thus far.
He throws everything so straight and so accurate.
Well, straight right hand has been a good weapon for him. He misses with it there. Left hook to the head.
Oh, he landed another shot to the head. Over and over, he's landed these big body kicks.
Well, he was a little bit lackluster in round 1. You can't say the same here in this second round. He has really picked up the pace, an uptick in the aggression and the output, and starting to find his range here in the pocket. A little single collar tie there. And now he's got the tie clinch. Both fighters exchange in the pocket here.
Look at that switch knee, beautiful switch knee. That's a big strike right there.
All right, so now we are on the ground. Now he is in his wheelhouse. We'll see if he can get one of his submissions to pop here tonight. Well, you see all the grappling repetitions here. Just beautiful movement, seamless transitions on them.
Over and over, these guys are doing things that you see in every jiu-jitsu gym around the country. Now he's on top of him looking for the finish.
Moreno getting absolutely worked from the top here on the wrong end of nearly all of these ground and pound strikes. All right, working inside the closed guard now.
Oh, watch guillotine here. Watch guillotine. Oh, man, that was slick.
All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Close guard. Smolka going to work here from guard. Nice combination there. Everything he throws is with fight-ending intentions. Nice move into half guard. Shades of Daniel Cormier slicing through that guard.
Unbelievable. I love it. Like a knife through butter. What a great job passing.
Oh, nice job to reverse position on the ground.
It was bad, but now it's not so bad. What a fantastic sweep.
All right, so an entertaining 5 minutes. Let's look back at some of the highlights, DC, and I'd imagine a lot of these replays are going to be rooted in that kicking game that was on full display.
Absolutely. You're going to see a lot of different techniques, but the kicking was the key to him getting ahead in this fight. He's out ahead now. He needs to stay the course and continue to do that as the fight goes on.
Back out here, work on that cut. Slice the open good. There's a lot of blood. Can't go much longer.
All right, next round is now underway. I thought there was pretty good back and forth action in the previous frame.
Yes, it wasn't a firefight. It wasn't two guys throwing the kick and sink at each other. But you did see times when they came together and you saw the skill level of these two fighters.
Well, most fighters can't keep up this type of aggression and pace, but you don't have to worry about this guy. He hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down tonight. Smolka gets caught with that punch. Lands a huge right hand. Oh, massive knee to the head. We'll see if he can follow up. Big right hand there. Now goes in and secures the takedown. Moreno's looking for an armbar here. He is no one-trick pony.
An attacking armbar.
And he's out. Well, not ideal to spend this much time on the bottom, but you can't fault him for his activity. Landing strikes here from the bottom. Nice work by Brandon Moreno. Well, he's more than content to work off of his back, DC, where he has been a magician in his UFC career. Well, he's staying pretty effective here, fighting off of his back. Nice strike landed there by the bottom by the assassin baby, Brandon Moreno.
He loaded up on that right hand, too.
Smolka's got the full mount. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Oh, how about the speed on that reversal there? I mean, I know you can get out of some bad spots, but not with that type of speed.
You cannot allow him to get leverage on the bottom. What a sweep.
Attempting an armbar here. Fighter trying to control posture, unable to do so.
And now he's in a lot of danger. He's got to grab that head or he's going to get blasted.
Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. All right, feet on the hips here. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. How about this fight, folks? You see, he was nearly caught in a submission there right at the end of the round. Saved by the bell. So back to the stool. Mentally probably not in a great place here. We'll see if he can recover and get himself back into this fight. All right, a lot of high-level striking action in that last round. Daniel, take us through it, if you would.
Tit for tat. Who has the best chin? It seemed as though they were looking for that answer. Both guys took risk. What a fantastic round.
All right, so here we go with our fourth round of a possible 5, and a lot of fighters change up their training camp when they're fighting 5 rounds versus 2.
Yeah, you got to change it up. You have to mix things up because fighting for an
Kick home, and now his opponent in a world of trouble.
such a sneaky head kick. He did not recognize it was too high, and now he's got him hurt bad.
All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. Lands with the right hand. And really starting to make these shots count. All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. I love watching this guy move on the ground. Another nice transition there.
Such a high-level grappler. You don't see that very often.
Might be a submission attempt here, champ.
I mean, you cannot sit in a full guard. When you sit in the full guard, you give these guys so many opportunities.
And he landed the right hand there. Beautiful movement, hip work on the ground here. Just outstanding with the transition.
He is not staying in one place on the ground. That's very important.
All right, close guard now. All right, less than 3 minutes to go here in round 4. All right, dominant position here. He's got the full mount. A lot of different ways he can go here. Maybe try to find an arm bar or just get the ground and pound.
He can attack submissions, but those submissions will present themselves once he is landing that brutal ground and pound he is known for. Because then his opponent will start to get a little bit desperate to get out from under him. Now he's chasing the triangle.
And this could be trouble here. Looks like it's pretty tight. He's trying to work his head out of harm's way.
It might be over.
Out. Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by the assassin baby, Brandon Moreno. Connects with a right. Smolka's back in half guard. He's very comfortable here. Ground and pound strike is true. Oh, reversal here, DC.
What a way to switch the position. Fantastic movement by the bottom fighter.
Oh, nicely done there as he escapes back to his feet. All right, close guard now. You got to be careful, though. He's got a lot of submissions off his back. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent.
Now he's going to try to attack Kimura here.
And he's out. Crazy accuracy and efficiency with these ground and pound strikes here. And if you're the opponent, you got to intelligently defend or the referee's going to stop.
You got to defend, but you can see him now starting to gain posture, and the intensity at which he's throwing these ground strikes is starting to improve. It's starting to elevate because he knows that he can get the finish.
All right, let's take a look back at some of the replays from that last round.
Unbelievable to see these high-level competitors get in each other's face, tuck their chin, bite down on the mouth guard, and just let it all hang out over the 5 minutes.
You're mixing it up perfectly. I love what you're doing.
All right, here we go with our next round, and how about the striking display in that previous round? He found a lot of openings upstairs, and when we sat down with him on Thursday, he said this dude doesn't move his head, and largely that's... Oh!
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Oh, he might be out.
Oh, big punch land.
Now goes in and secures the takedown. A lot of top pressure being applied here. All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. All right, side control now. Man, this is some serious ground and pound. He's trying to put this dude's head, like, through the canvas.
He's one of the better ground and pound fighters we have in the entire UFC, and you're seeing why.
Good movement by him here, transitioning very well on the ground tonight.
Step for step, he's staying with his opponent in every transition.
Smolka is able to transition back to side control now. Under 3 minutes now to go round 5. Well, he's got his back now. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire.
Now the guy's got armbar. He's attacking it on him.
Nicely done. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Oh, wow, that happened quickly as the fighter reverses position there on the ground.
Unbelievable position change. Wow, what a transition.
Man, isn't it fun to watch this dude work on the mat?
He's unbelievable how fluid he is in his motions on the mat.
Close guard. Smolka's lower jaw does not look good. I don't think it's broken, but starting to show some obvious signs of swelling. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. 1 minute to go in the fight. Well, this one is coming down to the wire. This has been so action-packed. I'm going to stand up and call the rest of this fight. I hope nobody is behind me. This has been insane.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
Oh, it looks like he's transitioned to an armbar.
You cannot stay in the guard of these great jiu-jitsu guys. Gotta be careful, armbar.
And he's out. Well, what a title fight it was. What a showcase it was for this division. But at the end of the day, the champion just did a little bit more, and you got to think he gets the nod, right?
I believe it was the championship experience that allowed him to push through in those spots that he needed to in order to keep his championship. I agree with you, J.A. I think he keeps his belt.
The official decision is in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 48-47. For the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC flyweight champion of the world, Brandon the Assassin Baby Moreno!
All right, so there he is, the still UFC flyweight champion of the world. He's brought a lot of attention to this division, and a successful title defense is going to do nothing to sort of slow that rate.
They say the smaller you get, the tougher MMA